Okay, good morning, class. So, here we are now at our lesson 2, which is standard table of weights and measures. So, sa subject natin na ito, bread and pastry, dapat na marunong tayong magsukat ng mga ingredients. So, bakit kaya mahalaga na marunong tayo na magsukat ng ating mga ingredients? Dahil sa bread and pastry, ini-exercise po natin dito na maging accurate. So, kapag kasi accurate yung sukat ng ating mga ingredients na gagamitin sa ating subject na ito, which is bread and pastry, will definitely mas maganda pa ang consistency na lalabas sa mismong product. So, siguro naman, meron na sa inyo na nakakain or kumain na ng tinapay na matigas. So, naranasan nyo na rin na makakain ng cake na medyo parang hindi lasang cake, 'di ba? So, it is because hindi maganda yung consistency or yung pagsukat ng mga ingredients na ginamit doon sa product na iyon. So, kung hindi man pangit yung quality na ginamit niyang product. So, dapat mahalaga na alam natin kung ano yung conversion ng sukat nito from cup to tablespoon or from tablespoon to cups. So, sana malinaw yan sa atin. Okay, para hindi siya mabago or hindi mabago yung consistency ng ating recipe. Kaya, okay, so let's proceed now. Okay, so let's proceed now to our definition of terms. Okay, so una dyan is yung ating uh, bushel. Okay, it is a unit of measurement of the volume of dry products equals to 32 quarts or 35.239 liters. And then next, mass, a measure of amount of matter in an object, usually measures in grams or kilograms. And the next, ounce, the smallest measurement unit of weights, and is equal to 1 over 16 of pound or 28.35 grams. And the next is the uh, peck, a unit of capacity used to measure dry and is equal to 8 quarts and 8.810 liters. And then the last is pound, a unit of measurement of mass equal to 1 over 16 ounce. Okay, so and then um, next, okay, so next natin is yung ating abbreviation. So I want you to familiarize with these following abbreviations. Okay, so kasi sa mga recipe, no, madalas na mababasa nyo na lang is yung abbreviation, hindi na yung buong salita. So, I want you to familiarize with this abbreviation. Okay, next tayo. Okay, so introduction. Okay, so different people may use different recipes for cakes and other pastries. Um, all of all of this could turn out differently because of different measuring and mixing techniques. So some important measuring equivalents, tables, and conversions are in the following sections. Okay, so dito, kagaya nga ng sinabi ko sa inyo, so dapat alam natin kung paano mag-convert ng mga following measurements. For example, yung recipe na ito is naka-presented as a cup. So, naka-presented as a cup siya, pero wala naman or wala ka namang available na measuring cup, so you can use measuring spoon kung meron ka. So, i-convert nyo lang yon o yung quantity niya, so dapat pantay or equal din siya doon sa original recipe para magawa ng tama at naaayon doon sa instruction para mas maganda yung consistency na lalabas doon sa inyong mismong product. So, okay. So, ngayon, ito na yung ating. Okay, so next tayo sa ating standard table of weight and measures. Okay, so Nandiyan yung ating given measurement and din yung ating equivalence. Okay, so 1 tablespoon or T, capital letter T or TBSP is equivalent to 3 teaspoon or T or TSP. So tandaan nyo po, yung tablespoon is T or TBSP. And then yung teaspoon naman, small letter T or TSP. Okay? So, magkaiba po yung dalawang yan. Yung tablespoon is capital letter T. And then, yung teaspoon naman natin is small letter T. Okay, next tayo. 2 tablespoon is equivalent to 1/8 cup. And then, 4 tablespoon is equivalent to 1/4 cup. And then, uh, 5 over 1/3 tablespoon is 1/3 cup. And then 1/3 cup plus 2 tablespoon is equivalent to 7/8 cup. And then 16 tablespoon is equivalent to 1 cup. And then 2 cups is equivalent to 1 pint. And then 4 cups is equivalent to 1 quart. And then 16 ounce is equivalent to 1 pound. Okay, so next po tayo sa ating steps in conversion. Okay? So, I want you to take note this on your notebook para hindi ninyo ito makalimutan. Okay, so steps in conversion. Una dyan is to identify the value that will be used in conversion. Okay, so kung nakita nyo naman kanina siguro yung table natin, ang gagawin nyo ay hahanapin nyo doon yung value na kailangan natin kapag tayo ay nag-convert. So, that is your step number 1. Okay, step number 2 is multiply the given number to the values used. Okay, so imamultiply nyo yung given doon sa value na required na gamitin natin para i-multiply. And then yung step number 3, given measurement will be your denominator and the equivalence will be your numerator. So, ang ating pong fraction doon, so mamaya i-explain ko sa inyo. So, ang ating pong fraction doon ay may dalawang number. So, ito po yun. Okay, so yung nasa taas, yun yung ating numerator. And then yung nasa baba is yung ating denominator. Okay, again. So, yung numerator ay yung nasa taas na number and yung denominator, yan naman yung nasa baba. Okay? So, magkakaroon muna tayo ng example kung paano nga ba tayo or paano nga ba siya kino-convert. Okay, so proceed tayo sa ating sample conversion. Okay, so ito yung ating table, yung standard table of weight and measures. Okay, so ito naman, yung ating 10 cups is equals to pints. So ito yung ating kailangan i-convert. Okay, so remember class, yung step number 1 natin is to identify the value that is needed. Okay, so in this, ang value po na kailangan natin dyan is yung ating step number 1. Okay, step number 1 is 2 cups is equivalent to 1 pint. So, yan yung gagamitin natin dyan. Siya yung ating imo-multiply. And if you remember, yung step 2 natin, ayan, step 2 natin is yun po yung given measurement. Yun yung kanyang magiging denominator. While yung kanyang equivalent naman, yan yung kanyang numerator. So, ito yung kanyang numerator and ito naman yung kanyang denominator. Okay, so next natin, okay, yung 10 cups times 1 pint over 2 cups. Okay, so ika-cancel natin yung cups para makuha natin yung pint. So, ganito natin siya i-multiply. Okay. Then, next, okay, so na-cancel na natin yung cups. Ang maiiwan na lang is 10 times 1 pint over 2. Okay, so i-multiply natin yung 10 sa 1 pint. Okay, 10 times 1 is equals to 10 pints, and then over 2. Copy lang natin yung 2 dito sa baba. Then, next natin, okay, so 10 divide by 2 is equals to 5 pints. Okay, so, ayan, so na-divide na nga natin yung 10 over 2. So, yung sagot nga is 5 pints. So, ayan, always remember po na okay, always remember class na kapag tayo po ay sumasagot ng mga ganitong solution, ang inyong final answer dapat laging naka-box. Okay, so sana nakakasunod po tayo dyan. Okay, next tayo. Okay, now so proceed tayo sa ating common units of weight. Okay, so nandyan yung ating given measurement and then yung ating equivalents. Okay, 1 pound or LB is equivalent to 463.59 grams. Okay, next, 1 ounce is equivalent to 28.35 grams. And then 1 kilogram or kg is equivalent to 2.21 pounds. And then 1 gram is equivalent to 0.035 ounces. And then 1 medium orange is equivalent to 1/4 to 1/2 cup slice. And then 1 medium apple is equivalent to 1 cup slice. And then 14 O's or OZ can condensed milk is equivalent to 1 and 1/4 cups. And then 14 OZ can evaporated milk is equivalent to 1 and 2/3 cups. Okay, next. Okay, so 1 pound brown sugar is equivalent to 2 and 1/4 cups pack. And then 1 pound confectioner sugar is equivalent to 3.5 cups. And then 1 pound nuts is equivalent to 4.5 cups. And then 1 cup dried 1 cup, okay, so 1 pound dried nuts is equivalent to 2 cups, and then 5 whole eggs is equivalent to 1 cup, and then 8 egg whites is equivalent to 1 cup. Okay, so now, okay, so ngayon, mag-convert naman tayo ulit. So, okay, so review muna tayo sa ating conversion. Okay, so review muna tayo sa ating steps and conversion. Okay, so number 1 dyan is to identify the value that will be used in conversion. Number 2, multiply the given number to the values used. And the number 3 is the given measurement will be your denominator and the equivalence will be your numerator. Okay, so proceed tayo. Okay, so sample conversion. Okay, so nandito yung ating common units of weights, yung ating table. And then, okay, so 2.5 kilograms is equal to pounds. Okay, so ngayon, ang step number 1 natin is to, okay, step number 1 natin is to identify the value that will be used in conversion. So, step number 1 natin is 1 kilogram is equivalent to 2.21 pounds. So, nandito siya sa pangatlo. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So, nasa pangatlo siya. And then, step 2 natin. Okay, sa step 2, okay, yung 2.5 kilograms, ita-times natin siya sa 2.21 pounds over 1 kilogram. Okay. So, next natin, so, ika-cancel out natin si kilograms para maiwan or para makuha natin si pounds. Okay, so, cancel out natin yung kilogram. Then, next tayo. Okay, so, 2.5 times 2.21 pounds is equivalent to, okay, so, 2.5 times 2.21 over 1, so, equals to 2.525 pounds over 1. Okay, so i-divide natin ito ngayon sa 1. Okay, so ang natira dyan is equals to 5.525 pounds. Okay, so yan yung ating nakuhang conversion. So 2.5 kilogram is equivalent to 5.525 pounds. Okay, so remember, always box your final answer. Okay, so I want you also to memorize this table para hindi tayo mahirapan kapag nag-convert tayo ng ating uh, measurement. Okay, next tayo. Okay, so proceed tayo sa common units of volume. Okay, so nandyan yung ating given measurement and then yung ating equivalents. Okay, una dyan is 1 bushel or BU is equivalent to 4 pecks. And then 1 peck or PK is equivalent to 8 quarts. And then 1 gallon or gal is equivalent to 4 quarts. And then 1 quart is equivalent to 2 pints or 964.4 milliliters. And then 1 teaspoon or TSP or T is equivalent to 4.9 milliliters. And then 1 tablespoon or capital letter T or TBSP is equivalent to 1 half fluid ounce or 14.8 milliliters. And then 15 ounces of raisins is equivalent to 3 cups. And then 1 pound dates is equivalent to 2.5 or 3 cups. And then last is 1 half pint of whipping cream is equivalent to 2 cups of whipped creams. Okay, so now let's proceed to steps and conversion. Okay, sample conversion. Okay, so nandiyan yung ating table of common units of volume. And then, okay, so 12.5 gallons or gals is equivalent to quarts. So, hahanapin ngayon natin dito sa table yung kanyang equivalent. Okay, yung step 1 natin is to identify the value that will be used by conversion or in conversion. Okay, yung step 1 natin is yung 1 gals. Okay, nandito siya. Okay, 1 gals is equivalent to 4 quarts. Okay, so 1 gallon is equivalent to 4 quarts. Okay, so step 2 natin is to multiply the given number to the values used. Okay, ito yung step 2 natin. Okay, 12.5 gals times 4 quarts over 1 gal. Okay, so next natin is to cancel out the gallons. Okay, para makuha natin yung quarts. Okay, so next natin. Okay, so 12.5 times 4 quarts over 1 is equals to 50 quarts over 1. Okay, so 50 quarts over 1 is equals to 50 quarts. Okay, so yun yung nakuha nating final answer. So 12.5 gallons is equals to 50 quarts. Okay, so always remember to box your final answer. Okay, so sana nakasunod tayo. Okay, next natin. Okay, so now let's proceed to conversion or substitution of weights and measures. So, bakit ba tayo nagkakaroon ng conversion or substitution? So, kasi there's a time na kapag kinapos po tayo ng mga ingredients, no, yung pwede tayong magkaroon ng mga substitution kung ito rin ay available sa ating supply. So, hindi yung pag sinabing 1 cup of flour, tapos isa-substitute nyo siya sa isang ingredients na it is also equivalent to 1 cup. So, ito po ay may pagkakaiba. So, when it comes to flavor, texture, moisture, and etc. So, ito pong mga table na ito, ayan. So, yung mga table na iyan, pwede ninyong i-substitute kung kayo man ay kakapusin ng inyong mga ingredients or kung ito man ay hindi available sa inyong supply. So, okay. So, ano-ano nga ba iyon? So, we have now the conversion or substitution of weights and measures. So, uh, we have the amounts, ingredients, and its substitute. So, for example, sa amount natin, we have 1 tablespoon of all-purpose flour. So, tandaan, ito rin ay tinatawag na EPF. Okay, so, ang substitute niya is, ayan, so 1/2 tablespoon cornstarch, potato starch, rice starch, or arrowroot starch. So, yan yung mga pwede nating i-substitute sa ating 1 tablespoon ng all-purpose flour or EPF. Okay, so next. So ayan. So kung mapapansin niyo 'no, hindi sila pantay ng amount dahil nga mayroon pang pagkakaiba or mayroon pong pagkakaiba 'yan sa kanilang texture, yung kanyang moisture at yung kanyang flavor. So dapat alam din natin kung tong table natin yung table of conversion na ito. So next we have 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. So, pwede natin siyang i-substitute sa 2 tablespoon of all-purpose flour. And then, next natin, 1 cup of sifted cake flour is pwede natin siyang i-substitute ng 7/8 cup all-purpose flour sifted or 1 cup all-purpose flour minus 2 tablespoon. Okay, so next natin is 1 cup of sugar granulated. So, pwede natin siyang i-substitute sa 1 and 1/3 cup of brown sugar, lightly packed, and then 1 and 1/2 cup corn syrup minus 1/2 cup liquid, or 1 cup honey minus 1/2 to 1/3 cup liquid. And then 1 cup of honey, pwede natin siyang i-substitute into 1 and 1/4 cup sugar plus 1/2 cup liquid. And then, next, 1 ounce of chocolate is pwede natin siyang i-substitute into 3 tablespoon of cocoa plus 1 tablespoon of fat. And the next is 1 tablespoon of baking powder. So, pwede natin siyang i-substitute into 1/4 teaspoon baking soda plus 1/2 cup fully soured milk or lemon juice mixed with sweet milk to make 1/2 cup, or 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda plus 1/4 to 1/2 cup molasses or 1/4 cream of tartar. And then next natin is 1 teaspoon or 1 whole egg. Okay, so 2 egg yolks or pwede natin siyang i-substitute sa 2 egg yolks or 3 tablespoon thawed from frozen eggs or 2.5 tablespoons sifted dry whole eggs powder plus 2.5 tablespoon lukewarm water. And then next natin, okay, so 1 egg yolk, pwede natin siyang i-substitute into 1 and 1/3 tablespoon frozen egg yolk. And then 1 egg whites, pwede natin siyang i-substitute sa 2 tablespoon frozen egg whites or 2 tablespoon dry egg yolk, powder plus 2 tablespoon of water. And then 1 square unsweetened chocolate, or pwede natin siyang i-substitute sa 3 tablespoon of cocoa plus 1 tablespoon fat. And then okay, next, 1 cup of butter, pwede natin siyang substitute sa 1 cup margarine or 7/8 to 1 cup hydrogenated fat plus 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And then next is 1 cup of coffee cream is equivalent to 20% or 20%. Okay, so pwede natin siyang i-substitute sa 3 tablespoon butter plus about 7/8 cup of milk. Okay, so next natin is 1 cup of heavy cream of 40%. Okay, so pwede natin siyang i-substitute sa 1/4 cup butter plus 3/4 cup of milk. And then 1 cup whole milk, pwede natin siyang i-substitute sa 1 cup reconstituted non-fat dry milk plus 2.5 teaspoon of butter or margarine. And then, 1 cup milk, pwede natin siyang i-substitute sa 3 tablespoon of sifted non-fat dry milk plus 1 cup water or 6 tablespoon of sifted crystals plus 1 cup of water. And then 1 cup buttermilk or sour milk. Okay, so pwede natin siyang i-substitute sa 1 tablespoon of vinegar or lemon juice plus enough sweet milk to make 1 cup. So let's stand for 5 minutes. And then 1 and 3/4 teaspoon of cream of tartar plus 1 cup of sweet milk. And then the last is 1 teaspoon of active dried yeast. Okay, so pwede natin siyang i-substitute sa 1 package o 7 gram of dry yeast compressed yeast cake. Okay, so yan yung ating conversion o substitution of weights and measures. So now, conversion or substitution of ingredients. So I have here a problem. So okay, so number 1, okay, so Marvin substituted a cup of butter with 1 cup of margarine. So his recipe needed 1 and 1/4 cups of butter. So how many cups of margarine does this recipe needs? Okay, so kanina sinabi natin that 1 cup of butter is equivalent to 1 cup of margarine. Since ang kailangan niya sa kanyang recipe is 1 and 1/4 cup of butter and margarine lang ang kanyang available doon sa kanyang supply, so ang equivalent noon is also 1 and 1/4 cup of margarine. So since pareho sila ng value, so sana maliwanag. So, ayan. So, since yung 1 cup of butter is equivalent to 1 cup of margarine, so therefore, 1 and 1/4 cups of butter is equivalent to 1 and 1/4 cup of margarine. Okay, so another problem. Okay, so 1 tablespoon of all-purpose flour with 1/2 tablespoon of cornstarch. If your recipe needs 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour or EPF, how many tablespoons of cornstarch will you use? Okay. So, ang sabi natin, ang 1 tablespoon of all-purpose flour is equivalent to 1/2 tablespoon of cornstarch. Then, therefore, if we need 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour, so dudublihin lang natin siya. So, ang kailangan natin is 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. So, ayan. Okay, so since 1 tablespoon of EPF or all-purpose flour is equivalent to 1/2 tablespoon of cornstarch, so therefore, 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour is equivalent to 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. So, dudublihin lang natin siya. So, sana nakakasunod kayo. Okay, so next natin. Okay, so the temperature conversion table. So, proceed tayo sa ating uh, oven temperature. Okay, so nandito yung ating, okay, so now let's proceed to the conversion uh, table ng centigrade to Fahrenheit. So ito ay mas madali nating makikita yung kanyang equivalent. So for example, okay, 50 degrees centigrade is equivalent to 122 degrees Fahrenheit. And so on and so forth. So, ayan yung mga nakikita nyo sa table. So, 60 degrees centigrade is equivalent to 140 degrees Fahrenheit. So, ayan yung mga yan. So, pero syempre, meron tayong formula about chance. Okay, so how to convert Fahrenheit to Celsius? Okay, so to convert degrees Fahrenheit to degrees Celsius, you will need to subtract 32 to the Fahrenheit temperature, multiply by 5 and divide by 9. So ito yung formula natin. Centigrade is equals to Fahrenheit minus 32 times 5 divide by 9. So example natin. Okay, so 347 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, so ito yung formula natin. Centigrade equals to Fahrenheit, degree Fahrenheit minus 32 times 5 over 9. Okay, so yung degree Fahrenheit natin is 347 minus 32 times 5 over 9. Okay, so 347 minus 32 is equals to 315. So, ita times natin siya by 5 and then divide by 9. Okay, so 315 times 5 is equals to 1,575 and then divide by 9. So, it equals to, okay, so 1,575 divided by 9 is equals to 175 uh, degrees centigrade. So, ito yung ating sagot. Okay. Next natin. Okay, so 482 degrees Fahrenheit. So, ito yung ating formula. And then, so, yung ating degree Fahrenheit dyan is 482 minus 32 times 5 over 9. Okay, so 482 minus 32 is equals to 450. So, ita-times natin siya by 5 and then divide by 9. So, 450 times 5 is equals to 2,250. And then divide by 9 is equals to 250 degrees Celsius or centigrade. Okay, so yun yung ating sagot. Okay, so paano naman kapag Celsius to Fahrenheit? Okay, so to convert degrees Celsius to degrees Fahrenheit, you will need to multiply degrees by 9, divide by 5, and then add by 32. So, ito yung ating formula. Okay, so degree Fahrenheit equals to degree Celsius times 9 over 5 or divide by 5 plus 32. So, ito yung ating example. Okay, so 200 degrees centigrade. Okay, so yung formula natin is degrees Fahrenheit equals to degrees centigrade times 9 divided by 5 plus 32. So, okay, so yung degrees centigrade natin is 200. Ita-times natin siya sa 5 and then divide by 5 plus 32. So, 200 times 9 is equivalent to 1,800. And then divide natin siya sa 9 plus 32. So, 1,800 divided by 9 is equals to 360. And then plus 32 is equals to 392 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay. Okay, so yun yung final answer natin. Okay, another example. Okay, so 180 degrees centigrade. Okay, so sulat lang din natin yung ating formula. And then, okay, so 180 times 9 divided by 5 plus 32. Okay, so 180 times 9 is equals to 1,620 1,620 divided by 9 plus 32. So, 1,620 divided by 9 is equals to 324 plus 32. So, it is equals to 356 degrees Fahrenheit. So, yan yung ating final answer. So, sana nasundan ninyo yung ating computation. So, by Tuesday, so, bali, ah, review na lang tayo this topic. So, I want you to watch and uh, understand this topic. So, and don't forget to take down notes on your TLE notebook. So, sana may natutunan kayo sa topic natin ngayon, lesson 2. So, hanggang dito na lang. So, thank you for your listening. Goodbye, grade 7.